To learn to live the off-grid lifestyle and to be inspired to live your dreams, click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Click the bell notification. It's all free. Well, today's the big day. We're going to butcher 3 chickens. I keep going over my head. Is 3 enough? Because we got 2 pressure canners. And I want to make sure that we fill them so we don't have a lot of empty spaces and then we're just wasting all that propane, pressure cooking, I don't know, 5 jars instead of 10 jars. That's how much one pressure canner holds, is 10 pint jars. But I'm gonna go with 3. I'd rather have too few and just waste the propane than have too many and waste the chicken or having to freeze the chicken or whatever. I'm not gonna go through the butchering process with you. I'm gonna go through some of the steps that we're gonna take, you know, weighing them out and show you where I'm gonna butcher, what tools you'll need. First of all, I've read YouTube rules again today, and it says that you can show cutting of animals by professionals to demonstrate how to do it. Well, that's what this is. Of course, somebody's gonna say you're not a professional, therefore there may be that line. Then on the other hand, there is the cutoff that says that you're not a professional basically, and you're just doing it to demonstrate how to be shocking. So I'm not sure if somebody would consider my video shocking, and it's just too much of a gray area to risk my channel. So I'm going to skip that part. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring the biggest males up and I'm gonna weigh them on a scale, and then I'm gonna dispatch of them is what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna wash them up. I was thinking about washing them before I dispatch them, but it's kind of chilly out this morning and the water's cold, and I don't want to make them more stressed than necessary. Carrying them up there to weigh them is going to be stressful enough. Then I'm going to butcher. I'm going to skin them. I'm not going to defeather, I'm going to skin. And then I'm going to weigh them again, and then we'll just put them in a refrigerator overnight, and then tomorrow morning I'll get up and I'll cook the 3 chickens, and then we'll pressure can. We got 3 roosters that I think I'm going to butcher first. They're huge and they're getting to where they can't even walk. So you may be able to see that guy right there. He's right by the food. We got one actually over here that is walking. That's kind of incredible. He's right here, kind of lumbering around. The 3rd one is right there, laying around. Now, to kind of give you a little bit of a scale, though, I just weighed one of these roosters the other day and he weighed 10 pounds. These guys are 10 weeks old today. Frenchie, on the other hand, is coming up on, what, 8 months, 6 months? 6 months. Frenchie, which is a male rooster we have over here, is an Americana egg producer. So your regular standardized chicken, if I can get him to come out, he's being a little, there he is. He's probably about 7 pounds. And the difference is the meat bird has huge breast meat, whereas he doesn't. And that's just the way the Cornish cross chickens were bred. They're bred that way, so they'll have huge breast meat. So we went to Save-A-Lot and we bought chicken legs and thighs, and it was 10-pound bags. And we were able to fill 1 canner with a bag and a half. But once you take all the meat off the bones, it of course reduces the amount of meat that you're going to put on it. These guys, my thinking is there's not a lot of bone compared to meat. So most of the weight is going to be meat versus like 50-50 with bone and meat with the bags. All right, so I'm going to get this guy up here. We're going to weigh him. Okay, so we just got a little floor scale here. You kick it on, and then I got this box. And we'll put the box on, just see how much the box weighs. And upside down, I don't know if you can see that, that's 1.2 pounds. Then I'll put the chicken in the box and we'll see how much he weighs. The reason I'm gonna put him in the box is so he doesn't walk around messing up the measurement. Okay, so here's the first one I'm gonna weigh up. We're gonna put him on the scale. Okay, I'm thinking this one might be a little bit underweight because we got to subtract that 1.2 pounds of the box weight. When I do that, that'll take us down to 7.4 pounds. So I'm going to try a different chicken. My goal is to find one that's 10 pounds. Okay, this one's going to be 10.4 pounds. That's exactly the weight I need. So we'll go ahead and butcher him. Okay, so as a table, I use my well house roof. I've cleaned it off. This makes a really nice area to butcher the chicken with. Nice clean area, and it cleans up really easily. Okay, so I've butchered the chicken, I've skinned it, and warning for those that are gonna want to turn me into YouTube and to the YouTube checkers, I have a raw chicken in a pot that is in preparation of being cooked, which is within the rules. So you'll see here that I've got the chicken butchered. I've got him on the scale. The pot weighs 1 pound on the nose. Let's see if I can get the scale to kick on. I'm a little disappointed. All my research said that the chicken would be 7 pounds. Well, if I subtract the pot weight, that's 7.2 minus the 1 pound for the pot, that's 6.2 pounds. Everything I read said that chicken should be 7 pounds. Then I got to thinking about it. They probably defeather. They probably don't skin. I skin the chicken, so this is a skinless chicken. That's gonna give us 6 pounds of meat. It's not as much as I was hoping for, but we're still well within the cost savings that we've been getting at. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the other two. Okay, so I have the sinks here. I've cleaned them out. These are Carolyn's wash machine sinks, but I've cleaned them, scrubbed them really good, bleached them out, and I'm gonna put the chicken in that until we're ready to get them into the refrigerator. That way I can wash them a little bit easier. All right, so I went ahead and put them in this bucket here. I'm gonna weigh the bucket. Got to thinking while I was butchering, they were underweight a little bit. So the biggest one we had was exactly what I thought it would be. But then they got progressively smaller, of course. I think the smallest one we had was 8 pounds. And I said earlier, we took the skin off. So we have skinless chicken, which is actually healthier and is a lot quicker. The thing is if you're gonna can chicken, you gotta have skinless chicken anyway. So the chicken that we buy at the store, we take the skins off of that. So we don't know how much we're losing in skin weight. So we're probably just about there where we wanted to be. That being said, I still wanted to make sure that we had enough for a pressure canner. So we got 4 chickens. I went ahead and butchered 4 chickens. And now I'm gonna weigh them in this bucket. The bucket weighs 2 pounds. The sun's shining on it, so you won't be able to see it. We'll get the, So we're at 22.6 pounds. So minus the 2 pounds for the bucket, so we're at 20.6 pounds. So 4 chickens. So that means on average, the chickens weigh about 5 pounds each. So that'd be about 120 pounds total that we have. That's 80 pounds less than I expected. But again, we're talking about the skin. We were gonna have to remove the skin no matter what. So I'm not disappointed. So the idea behind this was try to save cost on chicken. We felt like the chicken prices were going up pretty quickly when we started this. When we did our initial calculations, we thought this is gonna be a significant savings. But we had to be careful. We couldn't lose a lot of chickens, and we lost 5. Now out of the 5, we butchered 2, we ate 1, one's in the freezer. So we're thinking that we spent about $320 on the feed for the chickens. Of course, we're estimating that each chicken's gonna weigh around 5 pounds after it's butchered. As the days go by, they get bigger each day, quite a bit. So that equates down to $2.60 per pound for skinless chicken. Now, if you Google this, we just did, skinless chicken is running around $3.30. Regular chicken is around $2.60. So our skinless chicken is 70 cents cheaper than skinless breast. Then if we look at the prices of regular chicken, not skinless, we're at the same price. Would I recommend it to you? I think that should be the next question. Okay, I recommend it to myself. I think I'll do this again next year. We'll do a couple things different. We're gonna put pallets in there, put chicken wire on it, some straw. That way they're not on the ground. We're gonna do it in August. We're gonna start them in August this time, I think we started in July 1st, I think. We're gonna start in August because the heat was pretty hard on them. And so I really had to babysit them throughout the day, giving them baths. If I started in August, when the heat is really high, they're going to need high heat. Little baby chickens require about 90-degree temperatures, 90, 95 degrees, sometimes 100-degree temperatures. Then we can just put them right outside. We wouldn't even have to take them inside to keep them warm. Then about butcher time would be around November 1st, right about the time it's getting too cold for them. If I was less healthy, I may not have done it. It took a lot of effort cleaning them and babysitting them and bringing water down to them all the time. Now we have the right water feeders. I think that's a big plus. Hauling all that food around, if you're not healthy, I would suppose that could be a strain on your back. Now, if you had equipment like a lawnmower, of course, if I'd have started up the lawnmower every day and brought the food down, that would have been easier. Now, the other part of this is they require constant attention. They do drink a lot of water. I would say about 5 gallons a day. So that means for 3 months, 2 to 3 months, depending on when you want to butcher them. We're butchering them at 10 weeks through 12 weeks, so it's going to be 3 months for us. You really can't go anywhere. If you got the bucket feeders, you can leave for the day, but you can't go on vacation. At night, you got to take the food out. Otherwise, they just gorge themselves all night long, and they'll die of heart attacks and liver and kidney diseases. So you only want to feed them for 12 hours. Let them have all the food they want for 12 hours, take it out. But do I think it's worth it? I really do. If you can give them the attention they need. They need a lot of attention. The other thing that I see on Facebook is a lot of people can't butcher. You're taking them off to some place to get them butchered. They charge quite a bit. So now your prices are not competitive with the grocery store. I agree that our chickens are healthier than the grocery store chickens. If you got a freezer, obviously that would be a lot easier than what we're going to do. We got a can. A lot of people will butcher all theirs at one time. That's a lot of work. But yeah, I do recommend raising meat birds. If you just experiment, maybe you could buy 2 or 3, 5 of them, try it out, see how you like it. So I hope I can inspire you to think about your food cost when you're living your dream. Thanks for watching.